Hey guys, what is up? And in this video, I'm going to be going over my picks for the best Android apps and games for April 2018. And of course, if you guys find this video helpful, make sure to drop a like down below, as well as subscribe for more videos like this. But without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the video. So kicking things off with the first app on the list, we have Grammarly Keyboard. Now, this is like any other keyboard you would install on the Play Store, like SwiftKey or something like that. But what makes this different is that while you're typing, it will actually give you suggestions on the proper use of grammar. So for example, if you type something and you use an incorrect form of a word, it will give you a suggestion to correct that so you don't end up making a lot of mistakes when you're writing an email or something like that. This is a very, very useful app to have, or more specifically keyboard to have, but overall I find it does pretty much everything the stock Google keyboard does. But unlike the stock keyboard, I find this to be a lot more helpful because it'll give me suggestions on how to correct grammatical errors when I'm typing. Next app is an app called Vimage, and while this may not be the most essential app to have installed, this is definitely one of the coolest apps I included in this list. So essentially what this will do is it will allow you to take an otherwise still or boring photo and add a bit of life to it by adding different motion elements to make it live or moving. So for example, I took this picture of this relatively plain tree, and by adding some different motion elements like a floating cloud or something like that, I'm able to add some life to it and just make it a lot more interesting. Now, this is a must-have app if you post a lot on Instagram, and there's tons of different options to choose from for different motion elements. But overall, if you're looking for an app just to take that boring photo and add some life to it, then this is exactly what you need to check out. Moving right along, we have Firefox Focus. Now this is a browser designed solely to be private. So when you're using this app, it will not only give you access to a button to quickly close your browsing history, but it will also block all trackers and ads on any websites that may be intrusive. So if you're browsing on the internet and you find all those ads to be annoying, or maybe you just prefer not having those trackers running in the background, then you can easily use this app to block that, and it can be customized so you can easily access your favorite websites. At number 4, we have Bucket, and this is a very simple app that helps you keep track of all of your financial goals and how close you are to achieving them. So essentially, when you launch the app, you're greeted by this screen right here. If you tap in the top left, you have only a couple of settings that you can really change. You can change the currency and to allow push notifications, but at the bottom of the screen here you have this button. If you tap here, you can select a title for your goal. So for example, if I want to purchase a new computer, I can just title it new MacBook or something like that, and then I input the amount of money it costs to purchase that. And once I do that, I can tell it how much I've saved up, and then it'll basically give me a visual representation of how close I am till I'm able to purchase that item. So it's helpful if you're just trying to keep track of all of your financial goals, and at least for me, it helps to give me motivation to achieve whatever goal it might be. Moving right along, we have Meteor. This is an unusual app in that I've never seen any speed test app in the past do this, and essentially what this allows you to do is you tap test, and like any speed test app, it will test your ping, it'll test your download, and of course your upload speeds. But once it's done testing, it will give you a detailed breakdown on how well your internet will perform when using certain apps and certain websites. So for example, as you guys can see, my internet will perform awesome for YouTube, and if I tap on it, it will tell me exactly how well it will perform for certain streaming settings. And you can customize this list of different programs and apps just to see how well your internet will perform on your preferred apps. But overall, this is a great app, especially if you just changed internet providers and maybe you're not sure how well your new speed will perform on certain programs and stuff like that, then you definitely need to check out this app. At number 6, we have Offline Survival Manual, and really in this case, the title says it all. This is a survival manual that is completely free to use and is completely offline. What blew me away about this app, and really this is why I included it in this video, is that when you launch the app and you tap in the top left, you can see there is a detailed breakdown for just about every category of information that you could possibly need to survive. Although I'll probably never use it, it's just useful to have in case I need it. And as you can see, just about every category within this app has all the information you could possibly need, and this is just a very useful tool to have installed on your phone. Continuing on, we have Send Anywhere, and the way I look at this app is it's kind of like the Android alternative to Apple AirDrop. So the way it works is you download this app on your phone. You then are able to select any file you have installed on your phone, whether that be photos, videos, or even apps. You select it, tap send at the bottom, it will upload the file, and then you will receive a 6-digit code. You then take this 6-digit code, go to any computer or any other device that you want to transfer it to, and if you have Send Anywhere installed on that, you enter the code, you hit receive, and just like that, it will download those files straight to your device. So this is a very easy way of transferring files from one computer to another, and although it relies on your internet connection, meaning if you have slow internet, this won't work very well. If you have fast internet, this is a great alternative to AirDrop if you like using Android over iOS. Wrapping everything up, I thought I'd include a game to make this a bit more interesting, but I chose to include Shadowgun Legends. This is a new game and it's made by the same developers as Shadowgun and Shadowgun Dead Zone, and I get a really Halo-ish vibe from this game as I did with the older Shadowgun games. But with this game, you've got tons of different weapons to choose from. You've got hours of gameplay in the story campaign, but really this game revolves around the multiplayer. Not only do you have PvP, but you also have co-op, and overall this is just a lot of fun to play, and I would consider this to be one of the best multiplayer games released in the past month, apart from other games like PUBG. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that you can actually set this game to run at full 60 FPS. And this is something I'd like to see a lot of game developers start to put into their games, but I haven't really seen it on many mobile games, so I thought I'd mention it because I really like having that as an option on mobile. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, links to all of the apps, including Shadowgun Legends, will be in the description down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like if you did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.